And now, marine weather around Alaska.
Coastal water forecast here for the north coast. Variable winds 5 to 10 knots. And the central coast, northwesterlies for Monday at 10 to 15. And the south coast, northwest 15 knots. Stevens Passage, south winds at 10 knots. South at 10 for Lynn Canal. Then Clarence Strait, winds will be northwest at 15 knots. For Tuesday, north coast, west winds 15 knots. West-northwest winds here along the central coast at 20 knots. And along the coast of Prince of Wales Island, small craft advisories where northwest winds are expected at 25 knots. Northwest 20 for Clarence Strait, northwest 10 for Stevens Passage, and variable to south, light wind at 10 knots for Lynn Canal. Prince William Sound in the North Gulf Coast tomorrow, variable winds at 10 knots. Cook Inlet, south to southwesterlies at 20 knots with 4-foot seas. And southeast winds at 15 for the Kamishak Bay and Barren Islands area with 3 to 4-foot seas. And for Tuesday, northern Cook Inlet, west wind 10 knots. South of the Forelands here, south at 15, east 15 for Kamishak Bay. Southeast 15 for the Barren Islands, North Gulf Coast, Prince William Sound, variable winds 10 to 15 knots with 2 to 3-foot seas. Kodiak Island for Monday, light variable winds with 2 to 3-foot seas. The Alaska Peninsula, light southerlies at 10 knots with seas running 1 to 3 feet. And for Bristol Bay, southeast wind at 10 knots. Then for Tuesday for the Alaska Peninsula, east winds 10 to 20 knots. East wind at 20 knots for Bristol Bay, and Kodiak Island east-southeast winds at 20 knots with 4 to 5-foot seas. Eastern Aleutians, south to southwest winds 10 to 15 knots for the day Monday, south to southwest at 20 knots for Adak and Atka. And the western Aleutians, looking at small craft advisories, south winds 25 to 30 knots with seas up to 8 feet. And for the day Tuesday, western Aleutians, southwest winds 15 to 30 knots, south winds at 30 knots here for Adak and Atka, and the eastern Aleutians south to southeasterlies at 15 to 25. For the southwest coast, Norton Sound, St. Lawrence Island, all looking at south winds at 20 knots for the day Monday, seas running 2 to 4 feet. Small craft advisories for the Pribilof Islands and St. Matthew Island for south winds at 25 knots. And for the day on Tuesday, big increase in the winds up here, especially St. Lawrence Island, the Yukon Delta coast of Norton Sound. Small craft advisories all along the coast here for southerly winds 25 to 30 knots. Same thing for the Pribilofs and St. Matthew Island, south winds 25 to 30 knots, seas 8 to 10 feet. And up to the north for the eastern Beaufort Sea coast, southeast to southwest winds tomorrow at 15 knots, south at 15 for the central coast. And small craft advisories here for the western Arctic coast, southwest winds at 25 knots. And for the Chukchi Sea, south winds 20 to 30 knots with seas 5 to 8 feet. And for Tuesday, for the Chukchi Sea, south winds, south to southeasterlies at 20 knots, south 15 for the western Arctic coast, south at 10 for the central coast. And along the Chukchi Sea coastline, winds will be west-southwest at about 10 knots with seas in the ice-free waters at 2 feet.